Hi, I'm L. Arthur. If you're a smoker, a friend of a smoker, or a loved one of a smoker, you're going to be very excited about our show. Imagine if someone invented a magic button. You push that button and you quit smoking. Well, guess what? Everybody in the world would push that button and no one would smoke anymore. But if someone invented a button like that, Big Tobacco would buy that button up right away and it would never get to market. The over-the-counter drug companies that make the nicotine patches and the gums, they would buy it up to make sure that no one ever got a chance to push that button. But there is a way to stop smoking the easy way. That's right. This is the European secret that Big Tobacco doesn't want you to know about. And the man behind that secret is here with us today. Let's meet him right now. The man who's going to help you to stop smoking, and you're going to be able to smoke while you do it. Mr. Allen Carr. Allen, great to have you on the show.
Mel, it's a great pleasure to be here.
It's exciting to talk to you because I've had an opportunity to read the book. It's an easy read. It's a fascinating read. I wish I had it years ago when I quit smoking myself. But what possessed you, a man that smoked 100 cigarettes a day, to take on the mantra of helping the world to stop smoking?
Well, I hated being a smoker, and I had many attempts to quit, but I was just miserable, and I believed that I would always be miserable without a cigarette. So in the end, I just gave up even trying to quit. I accepted my fate. And then certain things happened in my life, and I thought, well, I'll give it one last try. And it was so easy, it was unbelievable. Before I even put out my last cigarette, I knew I would never smoke again. I had no withdrawal pangs whatsoever, and I've never had the slightest urge to smoke since. And I thought, well, I've discovered something marvelous that every smoker in the world would love to know. And I knew at the same time that the method would work for all smokers. And I thought, well, where are we going?
Yeah, why not share that magic button with everybody? And as you know, as I said earlier, if this magic button were available and were invented by somebody, was something physical, Big Tobacco would have bought it up immediately because they don't want you to stop smoking. But we as smokers, and I can talk about having been an ex-smoker, but you call them non-smokers in the book.
Yeah.
So as an ex-smoker, before you quit, you always said the same thing. I could quit anytime. I'm in control. You know, I choose to smoke or not to smoke. Is that true?
Well, it seems true. Because nobody forces us to smoke, we think we're doing it because we enjoy it and we are in control. But if you ask a smoker when they decided to become a smoker, they'll start to tell you their first experiences. And you say, well, no, I don't mean that. When did you decide you'd buy your own, you'd start smoking 20 a day, then 40, and that you'd smoke the rest of your life? Nobody ever does. We're sort of lured into this trap. And if you'd say to any smoker in Western society, do you like the thought of your children smoking or your grandchildren? No way. Which means we wish we never smoked ourselves. We wish we'd never fallen into the trap.
You know, this book, when you read it, and I have to tell you, I found it so fascinating reading it, you kind of find yourself hitting yourself in the head going like, that's so true. I mean, you know, why didn't I think of that years ago? This is so simple and it's so easy. and nicotine replacement. Now, this is something that's become a huge industry right now. I mean, we're probably talking about billions of dollars on gums and patches. Now, Allen, we're talking about trying to replace a drug with the same drug, right?
It's nonsense, isn't it? It's like saying to a heroin addict, don't smoke heroin, get a needle and inject it into a vein. How do you cure addiction to a drug? By prescribing the drug that the addict is addicted to. It's complete nonsense.
I have over here, I mean, we would spend the whole show going through all the articles, all the newspaper stories that have been written about you, Allen. I mean, and people thanking you. We're talking about newspapers like the London Times, the Manchester Guardian, Gentleman's Quarterly. Here's the Manchester Guardian. Allen is called the weed killer. Okay, I love that. Here's another magazine called SX over in London. Is referred to as Puff Daddy. I mean, you have helped millions of people quit smoking. This book has become so powerful in Europe, a bestseller all over the continent. In Norway, it bumped Harry Potter from the #1 position. So there are secrets in here that Big Tobacco doesn't want you to know about. There are secrets in here that the drug companies don't want you to know about. You've literally found ways for people to overcome the pangs of withdrawal.
You see, on other systems, they stop hoping that one day, if they've got enough willpower and can go through the misery, they wake up, eureka, I've kicked it. We do it the other way around. We get rid of the brainwashing first, so that they realise that they're not giving up anything. They're achieving marvellous positive gains. So when they extinguish that last cigarette, it's a joy, it's a pleasure. All the brainwashing is over. They already get that feeling.
Allen, you've helped people in every walk of life, Hollywood celebrities, famous athletes, singers, dancers, country and western singers, rock stars. In fact, I'd love for everybody to hear right now from a gentleman who is well-known all over the world. He's a knight of the realm, one of the most successful entrepreneurs in the world, Sir Richard Branson.
Allen Carr has helped thousands of people to stop smoking. His method is absolutely unique, removing your dependence on cigarettes while you smoke. And I'm pleased to say that it has worked for many of my friends and my staff. I stopped smoking a number of years ago and certainly agree with Allen that life is much fuller and much more fun without cigarettes.
Allen, that's fantastic. I mean, a man who's a globetrotter with a schedule like Richard Branson to take the time to endorse this book has to tell everybody out there that this is, in fact, the easy way to stop smoking. Let me tell you, don't just listen to us. I'm going to bring up, if I can just lift this. This is just some of the thousands of letters that, and I'm going to read a couple of these to you, that have come in. These are actual testimonials from folks that have used Allen's method, that have read the book. Listen to this. Greetings from Golden Bay in New Zealand. Your Easyway book has gone through this rural community like a storm. At least a dozen people have given up so far. The area is running out of smokers. Thank you very much for the books. Best wishes, Mark from Golden Bay. Here's another one right here. After years of being a slave, I am free into the new millennium with health, wealth, and happiness. That's from Trudy Price. Now, the letters go on and on and on. The testimonials are amazing. The people you've helped. Now, unfortunately, when you start talking about celebrities, it's difficult to be allowed to mention their names. But one of the leading talk show hosts in America, a lady that everybody would know who I'm talking about, just recently on her show said, everyone who reads this book will stop smoking. It is the secret that's come from Europe. Over 20 years, huge success, over 7 million copies sold. And you smoke while you read the book. This is what you advocate. So there's no anxiety. There's no stress. You're going to smoke, and you are going to become a non-smoker at your own leisure. If you would like the book, and we're going to have an 800 number up here for you, so it's a toll-free number that you can call in. Probably one of the easiest reads you'll ever come across. Simple, easy, enjoyable. Your writing style is absolutely wonderful in here, extremely engaging. And as I said, as you read it, you go, wow, it's amazing. When you hear the testimonials that are coming up from Toronto in a little while, you're going to see how passionate these people are, how emotional they are about becoming what they call non-smokers. Just that easy. You'll be able to get this for $29.95. Now, I think you'll agree. I mean, that's probably less than in most places in the country that you pay for a carton of cigarettes. Pretty amazing. Also, as a special bonus, again, we say not available anywhere. This is Allen Carr's The Little Book of Quitting. And this is a special bonus that's available to you. A $9.95 value. This is going to be yours. Now, what's going to make this even more exciting, what we'd like you to do is, a lot of folks are saying, well, gee, I hate to put the money out, supposing I don't like it. Guess what, folks? It's risk-free. Try it for 30 days. If for any reason, when you read this book, if you don't, like all the other millions of people, go, wow, I could push that magic button, I could become a non-smoker tomorrow, send the book back for a complete product refund, no problem there. And by the way, keep The Little Book of Quitting as our gift to you just for trying it right there. A truly amazing, amazing offer. All right, we'll just go ahead and slide these out of the way.